So it's all about those three things. You want to generate leads, you want to convert those leads into appointments, and then you want to get exclusive agreements. It's all about that. And all of your focus, all of your, like you're thinking about what to focus on, what should you educate yourself with is not what's been sold on MLS right now. Right now, it's, and it should always be, how do you get better on the phone and face to face so that you can book more appointments with people who are going to sign exclusive agreements? The exclusive agreement is the money. That's what's going to turn into money. That's your inventory. If you have a store, oh, I just rented a store over here. It's a beautiful mall. I have this store, the store is beautiful, but I don't have anything inside. You walk in, it's empty. I don't have anything. That's what's happening in the majority of cases. Oh, I got my real estate license. I just had this thing. I'm going on this time. I went on an open house with this guy and I'm doing this. So I went on inspection. I have a closing to do. If I called right now, everyone in our company, and everyone in Rhode Island, everyone in Massachusetts. And I asked them, what did you do in the last 7 days? And how much of the time that you spent in the last 7 days caused you to get an exclusive agreement? And you will see that most agents just don't get it. They do stuff that has nothing to do with getting exclusive. As a matter of fact, there's a bunch of brand new licensees and experienced agents, veteran agents, has been in the business for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. That are taking buyers out to show them around without having an exclusive agreement first. Why would you do that? Well, I don't feel comfortable. Of course you don't feel comfortable because you suck. You have no skills. You don't know what to say over the phone to get people to sign exclusive. And you don't want to invest any hours and any time in actually getting outside of your comfort zone so you can actually do what is necessary to get exclusive agreements. It's not about selling real estate, is what I'm trying to say. It's about getting people to sign exclusive agreements. That's what this business is all about. And as long as you think that it's about selling real estate, you're not going to make a lot of money. You're not. You have to think about, how can I create a business that is designed to have people sign exclusive agreements? If it's a buyer or if it's a seller, a listing agreement. Your job is to focus on how to improve your communication skill in such a way that every time you call for sale by owner, you're getting an appointment. Every time you call an expired listing, you're getting an appointment. Every time you go door knocking, you're getting leads and you're getting appointments. Which appointments? To do what? To sign exclusive. You know, how do you generate leads when you're calling just listed, just sold around listings? I don't have any listings. Okay. Does your broker have any listings? Yes. Your company have any listings? Yes. Great. Go to your broker and ask them permission to promote other people's listings as your company listings. Then you go just listed, just sold, you do door knocking, you're calling people, whatever it takes, and you're getting yourself into conversations with people. Conversing equals prospecting. Prospecting is conversing. People think, oh, prospecting is cold calling. Not necessarily. If you're calling your center of influence, is that cold calling? If you just called a past client, do you consider it cold calling? No, it's not cold calling. So prospecting is not cold calling. Prospecting is conversing with people. And you can do that over the phone. You can do it on Zoom. You can do it via texting, even texting each other or messaging each other on Facebook. Conversing with people. And the conversation should lead at some point to an appointment. Let's meet. The appointment is all about not selling them real estate. It's not about taking a buyer and selling them a house, and it's not about meeting with the seller to sell their property. It's about the appointment itself. Is not about selling. It's just about signing an exclusive agreement. Because when you have an exclusive agreement with a buyer, who is, by the way, they have to be motivated, realistic, pre-approved, and ready to go. Like right now, show me something I want and I'm buying it. So when you have a buyer doing that and they sign exclusive, that's like 90% money in the bank account already. Now you need to do the legwork, which is showing houses, negotiating contracts, submitting contracts, doing the inspection, going through the inspection contingencies, passing all of that stuff, going into the appraisal, you know, eliminating appraisal contingencies, eliminating all the contingencies on the contract. That all that stuff can be done by a TC, by the way, who can help you do that, A to Z, so that you can go and meet with more people to sign more exclusive. So for you, really, you have to understand this. You want to make money in real estate? Stop thinking about selling properties and start thinking about exclusive agreements. The exclusive gives you the right to sell them something. So I see a lot of agents go out there with buyers leads. They get buyers from Zillow they purchased, or they get a lead from someone else that they need to pay a referral fee on, or they just got someone, a friend or a past client who called them again to purchase something, and they go out, they take them out, they show them properties. There's really no commitment in writing for them to work with you. And then this buyer actually called someone else and purchased something. You know how many times it happens to me? You know how many times it's happening to agents like every day? Agents who don't specialize, who don't take the time to perfect the buyer's consultation to have people sign exclusive, don't have any security on their income. Zero. And they end up sometimes selling them something. Oh, I just sold something and they didn't sign an exclusive agreement. I understand, but it's risky and it's not worth your time. And the real question should be, why are you not sitting with them to sign exclusive agreement? What is it about the process that makes you feel uncomfortable? And how can we get you to feel comfortable feeling uncomfortable? You have to start feeling comfortable in an uncomfortable situation and put yourself in this situation over and over and over and over and over and over and over until you don't care anymore. It's not uncomfortable anymore. It's just like, whatever, it's part of business. You go out and you do what you got to do. So if you can understand this at the beginning stage of your career or at any stage in your career, that it's not about selling houses, it's about getting exclusive agreements with buyers and with sellers. Once you get a listing agreement with a seller and you listed the property at the right price, the house is going to sell. The question is when, but it's selling. So it's not like you need to do something. What you need to do is get the listing. It's not about selling the house. And I've been talking about this for years, and people are just like, it's like they don't get it. If I specialize and I master the language that it takes for me to get on the phone with a hot lead, which is a FISBO expired for rent by owner, if I can turn these people into meeting with me and giving me an exclusive agreement, if I just specialize in that, I don't do anything else. I just specialize in getting on the phone, handling objections over the phone, booking appointments, going on the appointments and getting them to sign an exclusive with me. And then I just take the listing, snap a couple of pictures, or I'm going to hire, I don't even need to do the pictures. I can hire someone else to do that. So I don't even have to do any of that. The only thing that I always need to be the one doing, prospecting, conversing with people, turning the conversation into an appointment. The appointment is going to give me a meeting with someone who's going to sign exclusive. The document, the exclusive document is what's going to give me money. Now, I take that listing, I give it to the marketing. You guys are getting a marketing specialist. So in other words, you have a TC and she's also doing marketing, meaning I don't even have to submit it to MLS. I'm just sending her all the paperwork. Hey, just got this listing. Here's the pictures. Here's all the paperwork. Do what you got to do. And then they do it. So if I really want to make a lot of money in real estate, it's not about selling houses. It's about getting as many exclusive agreements as possible. That's what the business is all about. And the moment you understand it, this moment, understanding what I just said is what's going to cause you to invest time in what's really going to be making you money, which is really not selling houses. It's not about showing houses and doing open houses and taking a buyer out. It's not about that stuff. It's all about taking, oh, my phone is ringing. Ron Biederman, how can I help you? So assuming there's a buyer on the other side of the line, okay, I'm going to go through my script. Thanks for calling. What did you see? How did you get to find me? Go through this. Great. Tell me about yourself. What are you looking for? I ask them all the questions on my script and I'm booking an appointment. Okay. Doesn't have to be face-to-face. Hey, do you know how to log into Zoom? I'm going to send you a Zoom link. You click on it. It's a video session. Me and you sitting in front of each other. I want to talk to you for 10, 15 minutes just to go over how I work and how we do things here and and then I book the appointment. I just booked an appointment. What did I book the appointment for? I booked it for me to be able to sit with a buyer for about 20 minutes to a half an hour asking them a lot of questions, listening to what they're saying, understanding where they are, understanding if they're qualified, understanding where they are in the process, learning all this information, telling them about how I work, meeting expectations, and then signing exclusive. They signed hey, I'm sending you right now. So I'm done half an hour talking to the buyer, and I'm telling the buyer, Mr. Buyer, I'm going to email you like right now as we speak. As a matter of fact, I want you to check your email and make sure you just got it. I'm sending you the exclusive buyer agreement. I need you to read it over, sign it, and send it back to me so that we can start the process. Simple. They sign, I work. They don't sign, I don't work. Period. I go to my next person. My job is to sign exclusive. If they sign exclusive, I'm successful. If they don't sign exclusive, I suck. What does that mean? I need to learn scripts and dialogues. I have to converse in a different way. I have to learn how to convince people why they should sign. Maybe I should repoint my presentation. Maybe I should tweak it. Maybe I should sharpen it. Maybe I should ask someone else what they're doing in their buyer presentation. Like, I got to work on my skills to be able to have people sign exclusive. That's what it's all about. They sign the exclusive, it's done. You know what I can actually do? In 2004, I couldn't work buyers leads anymore because I was getting too many of them, and I was focusing on getting listings, and I was getting about 60, 70 listings every year. So I didn't need to work with buyers anymore. So what I did was I would get the exclusive. I did the appointment. I got the exclusive sign, and then I would give it to a buyer agent. Hey, this is an exclusive buyer. Here's what they're looking for. Go out there, show them. Here's what I want you to show them. And they went through this process. And I would close another 20, 30 deals just by doing that. And it's on a 50-50 split. So I didn't even have to take the buyer. The agreement is what made me money, not going out and showing the houses and doing negotiation and sending the email to make sure that the other agent received the offer. And none of that stuff is making me money. Okay, the agreement is what, when I got that, when I really understood, oh, wow, the only thing that makes money in real estate is getting exclusive agreements with people. And therefore, I have to follow scripts, and therefore, I have to memorize and internalize, and therefore, I have to get really good on the phone, off the phone, face-to-face, texting, everything that I'm doing. I got to learn how to book appointments. I got to learn how to do it quicker. I got to learn how to handle objections so that I can book more appointments. And then I need to get really, really, really good at the presentation. And then if I do the presentation outstandingly, I will probably get, instead of getting 1 out of 10, I'll get 3 out of 10 or 5 out of 10. I actually, at one point in my career, got to 7 out of 10. So from 10 appointments, I would get 7 exclusives, which is phenomenal. And then all I wanted to do is just get appointments. And then all of a sudden, instead of wasting all my day on crap, that people, I mean, stuff that's not going to make me any money, I recognized that I only need to role play so I can become better on the phone, role play my listing presentation so I can do better presentations, role play my handling objections so I can handle objections without panicking, so that I can sign more exclusives. And then all I did all day long is spend time on the phone, calling people to book appointments so that I can get exclusives. And that's all I did. And everything else was done by other people. You guys have a transaction coordinator. You have a marketing director. Why should you do it by yourself? Give it to them. Let them do it. It's so cheap. The TC is between 200 and 300 per deal. That's after you got a contract. So who cares? Like, I'm going to get $7,000. Who cares about $300? I don't care about, I don't even count it. It doesn't mean anything. When I'm getting 7,000 or 10,000 from a dealer and I need to pay someone 300, the 300 has no meaning to me. Because they're going to do all the work that I need to do. And if I did all that work, I'm not going to be able to focus on this work that I'm talking to you about right now, which is role-playing, chanting out loud, studying scripts and dialogues, conversing, handling objections, role-playing. Like, every person you get on the phone with, you need to book an appointment. To get to that level, you need to be really sharp, really good, like really, 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 really good on the phone. They don't know you. They never met you. They're not even seeing you, just hearing your voice over the phone. So to narrow down everything I'm trying to tell you here, lead generation is the most important thing in your business. You need to spend about 80% of your time on lead generation, especially the beginning stage of your career. 80% of your day should lead generate, meaning prospecting. That's it. And then 20% you need to do lead conversion, meaning you take the buyer, you show what needs to be shown, you take the seller, put it on the market, throw out an open house, do all that stuff too. And by the way, another point that I want to emphasize here is that when I get listing appointments and I get the listing, once they sign the listing and a for sale sign goes outside the property with my name and my picture on it, and 1,000 postcards automatically are being mailed just listed with my face on it, with my name, my phone number, my email address, it goes to 1,000 homes right around this house. I take this house in the middle and I do a circle and I send 1,000 postcards. So when the seller signed the listing, there is a sign goes outside, 1,000 postcards going out. House goes on MLS, doesn't have to be done by me, can be done by someone else, like the marketing director or an assistant or someone else, or myself, put the listing in MLS, and trust me, I know how to price houses. That's another set of skills that you need to learn, which I talk about in the system. Like you really need to know what homes are selling for. And you don't need to leave the house to do that. You can just go on MLS and start doing research. Understand exactly values of properties, which part of town is better than the other parts. If you're on this side of the street versus the other side of the street behind, there is a highway, so the prices are lower. Here you have the sun, over there you don't have this, all these things. When you understand all that stuff and you list the property at the right price, you don't need to do shit to sell the house. And if you're selling yourself on an idea that you're trying to sell to the seller, like I'm talking to the seller, I got to sell the seller that I can sell the house, that it's all about my marketing techniques and my language and how I'm going to get what I'm going to do to sell the house. But between me and you don't need to do anything to sell the house. If you price the house correctly, it will sell itself. You just put it on MLS and you let all the other agents that don't do what I'm talking about here show this house, get the house sold under contract so that you can get paid. So if you're asking me, what is the highest paying skill in real estate? Based on this conversation, if I ask you, what is the highest paying skill that you should accumulate, that you should really focus on getting and acquiring? What is the highest paying skill in our business? It's not about showing houses. It's not about doing open houses. It's not about doing the inspection or I'm a good follow-up on the deal. I can really close the deals. Dude, if the buyer want to buy the house and the seller wants to sell, the deal is going to close with you or without you. So nobody needs you. Get your ego out of the way. No one needs you. You're not a superstar. You're not a superhuman. The deal will close because there is a buyer here who wants to buy and there is a seller here that wants to sell, and both of them want the deal and they're going to make it happen. There is attorneys involved. Who am I in the deal? Nobody. My job was done before the deal was put together. That's where I need to work on. So the skills that you need to accumulate that will make you money has nothing to do with anything other than chanting out loud scripts and dialogues, memorizing, internalizing, role-playing, so that you become better on the phone, and then get on the phone and prospect and get yourself in conversations live. And I'm talking 30, 40, 50 conversations per day, so that you can really get good at this thing and book 3, 4, 5 appointments every day and go on 3 appointments every day. You should have appointments every day to sign exclusives, not to sell a house, to sign an exclusive agreement. That's your job. And everything else will be done with you or without you. Can be done without you. Everything else can be done without you. You're not needed. You were needed until the exclusive was signed. At that point, you can even assign it to another agent just to do the showings on your behalf. You can take a brand new agent who just joined and need to, just go out there and get themselves familiarized with the process of showing homes. Let them go out there and show some homes. So this is your future. If right now you're brand new, you'll be the one doing all these showings because you just need to learn how to do a showing. Okay, I got to call the other agent. Oh, yeah. Hi, Charlie from Remax. This is John Smith from Circle100. I see that you have a listing over on 123 Main Street. I want to show it tomorrow at 3 p.m. What's the process? Oh, I'm going to be there at 3 p.m. So, okay, great. Let's book it for 3 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, bye. I'll see you then. Bye. Now I'm calling the buyer. Hi, I booked an appointment. We got to be there at 2:50 tomorrow because we have a 3 sharp showing. We need to be there before time because we have to prepare for the COVID and this and that, whatever. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow at 2:50. You're done. Now you go there. There will be another agent. You come in, you give him your business card, because the other agent should not be in contact with your buyer. Giving them his business card doesn't happen. This is unethical and shouldn't happen. You should make sure that it's not happening. So this is part of what's happening out there. But I don't care. As someone who specializes in calling people, booking appointments, getting exclusives, everything else can be done by other people. And I have the money to pay for it, because if I'm getting $10,000 per deal, I can pay a TC 300. I can pay a listing director like 250. That's 550. I can pay someone else to show, maybe $300 per showing when the closing happens. That's $300. So I spend $1,000. I got 9,000 in my pocket, doing nothing but calling people, booking appointments, signing exclusive, and everything else was done by other people. That's where the money is. You want to make a lot of money in real estate? Do a lot of what I just said and do less of the other stuff, and you'll be fine. You'll be making a lot of money. So let's begin. Let's go back to the beginning of this call. Coaching is about reminding you what you need to be doing based on the things that you want to achieve. Okay? What do you think you should do next based on all the information that you already know that you're accumulating through training? So there's going to be a training component, and there's going to be a group coaching, which you're meeting with other people. You're supposed to go now and chant out loud, role play your scripts. So have a role play partner, at least one per day. As a matter of fact, if you're brand new and you watched my part-time video on YouTube, you saw that I spoke about 2 times a day role playing in your first 90 days in real estate. You have to role play like between 7 and 8 a.m. Only 30 minutes, so 7:30 to 8 or 7:30. Before you start your day, you role play, and then around 3:30, 4, you do another role play session. So you're role playing 2 times a day. You do it for 90 days nonstop. Nonstop, 5 days a week, 2 times a day, until you're like, boom, I know what I'm saying when I'm calling Feesbows. You're not going to catch me off guard. If I drove by a Feesbow and I memorized already the script, I don't need the script because it's memorized. I know what to ask. So I can stop my car and go to the door and just door knock with a big smile and a business card. Hi, my name is, I'm from this, I'm Circle100 or whatever the company. Here's, what I'm doing. And you start and you go through your script. So, hey, we're doing a research of all the Feesbows in the area, and I was wondering, and then you start asking some questions, and and maybe you book a showing, maybe you book yourself a listing appointment. That's what it's all about. So if you know the script by heart, you can do it face to face. You can do it over the phone. You can do it on a Zoom session. You can do it by whatever, whichever means, because you're good at the conversation. But if you don't know what to say, and you're kind of winging it from, just, hey, I speak English, so I could probably wing it and get myself. No, you can't. You can't. You cannot afford to wing it if you want to become successful making money. So if I gave you 100 leads right now, you're probably going to blow 90% of these. You will not get, if I gave you 100, look, I'm booking for you 100 listing appointments. You go to the house, you do the listing presentation. But because you have no idea how to do it, or because you didn't really memorize and internalize the entire scripts with the objection handlers, because you didn't do it, then you're probably not going to get more than, 5 listings. But I need to give you 100 listing appointments. On the other end, if you memorize, internalize, you did a listing presentation with a role play partner, like at least 3, 4, 5, 600 times already, yes, you feel more comfortable when you go to the house. You'll do the presentation in a better way. And you're probably going to get, instead of 5, you might get 50 listings. So what you need to understand is you're going to be working very hard to generate motivated appointments, to create motivated appointments who sign exclusive. You're going to work very hard to do that. So it's best to be prepared for it before you even go and get those appointments, because you don't want to blow these appointments. You don't want to go on the appointment and look like you're unprofessional. And then you know what they're going to tell you? They're not going to tell you, oh, we're not giving you the listing. They're going to say, okay, we're going to think about it. Let's talk again next week. Blah, blah, blah. And in the meantime, you're going to see a sign outside by a different agent. Happened to me hundreds of times. So, and it's going to happen to you too. So if you're going to focus on what needs to be focused, you need to understand that group coaching or one-on-one coaching or any sorts of coaching is about making you a better version of yourself. You need to put your ego aside. To me, coaching is all about eliminating your ego, which, by the way, is hard work. We're probably going to work our whole entire life, and we're still not going to be completely egoless. Okay? So it's a fight with the ego because you think you know best. And if you're going to get 2, 3, 4, 5 leads right now, trust me, you're not going to do your homework. You're going to go out on the street, try to show homes because you want to close deals. And then you're going into what everyone else is going into, and that's why 90% of them fail. 73% of all new licensees quit the business. I'm not talking about quitting, I'm talking failing, because there's a bunch of other people who go out there and they do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deals a year, which is failure. If you do real estate full-time and you're doing 5 closings a year, you're a big failure. You're not really doing anything unless you're selling $5 million homes and you do 5 deals. That's a different story. But I'm not talking about that. We're talking about the majority of people. So what is it all about? What is being a successful realtor all about? It's about showing up every day, doing these boring things, waking up at 5 a.m., doing your morning routine, getting at 7:30 a.m. on a role play session. By 8 o'clock, 8:30, you're role playing. You don't leave the phone before you do your 20, 30, 40, 50 contacts. You do your follow-up, you go to lunch, you take relaxation session, you come back, you return emails, get some phone calls, book some appointments, go on appointments, and then if you don't have any, then you go back in prospecting, and don't forget, you need to role play again. So it's about the mundane, boring stuff that you don't even think is making you money, because right now you say, hey, Ron, if I'm going to role play versus taking a buyer out, taking a buyer out is going to make me more money. Yes, maybe in the short term, but you don't even know if this buyer is going to buy anything. And if you don't know how to sign exclusive with this buyer and you're just showing them stuff around like a showing agent, they might buy a FISBO, or they might drive by an open house next Saturday without you knowing. They go in, they like the house, they put an offer with the listing agent because you don't have exclusive. They don't owe you anything. And why you don't have exclusive with these people? Because you never took the time to learn how to do that. So you're not signing exclusives with buyers. You just go out there showing whatever because you don't understand how to make money in this business. You think that it's about showing houses, and it's not. It's about knowing how to take a buyer from a cold call who called you or you called him and turning that into a buyer exclusive agreement. Because when you have the agreement, they cannot drive by an open house and go into the house and put an offer with another agent, because that agent will owe you the commission. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So yeah, Ron, but I'm busy and I have this appointment and I actually booked something and I'm so I didn't really do the role play and I didn't really handwrite and I don't really, I don't like to call for sellers. I don't like to do this. I don't like to do that. This is boring. No, that's 85, 90% of the agents behave like this is how people behave. And you can see it. Look, I call 98 too. 98% of the people are never going to do what it takes to perfect a skill. 98% of people. So if we have 100 people right now in the group, only 2 people have what it takes in understanding, in level of commitment, in being consistent, in getting it, and then in actually implementing it and doing it. Integrity is so low in the world we live right now. There's almost no integrity. People say one thing, they do something else. They even forget promises they made. And coaching is all about making promises to yourself and to other group members that you're going to be doing certain activities and certain things to improve not just your business, but their business. Because if one of you is following what I'm teaching and they're getting good results, it will inspire the other people to jump right in and do more. And then you guys will inspire each other like, hey, was supposed to give a video. What's going on? Where's your video? And then that person who actually planned on not doing the video will be like, oh, wow, I have to do this video, so let me just go do it. So why is the agent now doing the video? He's doing the video because of group accountability. There's other people in the group. Everybody said they will do what needs to be done to become successful. Therefore, doing the homework was part of the deal. I have to do my homework. Even if I'm busy, even if I booked appointments out there. As a matter of fact, if you know you need to do something, don't book anything else in the same time, because obviously it's not going to get done. Yeah, but taking a buyer out, or guys, showings is not more important than role playing. Role playing is a lot more important than showings, because what are you going to do? One deal? If I'm going to role play in such a way that's going to make me a freaking master, a listing machine, who needs to go with the buyer? There's no need. And that's what people don't get. Take the time to become coachable, follow the system, do the homework. And only if you do that, you become successful in spite of what you're doing out there. It's not about that. It's about your skills. So show me your level of skills and I will show you how much money you're going to be making at the end of the year. If I'm going to call an agent right now and I'm going to role play with them, and they can handle me as a feasible, I'm the feasible, they're the agent, and they can handle me, trust me, they can handle any feasible coming their way, and they will book appointments with for sale by owners, and you're going to see them listing probably like at the bare minimum, at least one listing per week, bare minimum. And then you're going to have the other agent who started with them in the business, who was jumping on showings. They didn't do their homework. They didn't show up to coaching. They didn't role play. They didn't chant. They didn't do any of that skill building activities. They just went out with buyers and getting busy or working under someone's team, just showing stuff and doing. If you take these two agents 3 years into the future, one of them is financially free. And trust me, it's not the one that went out with buyers. Financially free, like what is 6 figures? What is 100,000 a year, dudes? 100,000 a year is maybe 10 hours per week on the phone, and I'm picking up, in less than 10 hours on the phone. If you're really good on the phone, even if you're making 2 hours a day phone calls, okay, or an hour a day, you're gonna get an appointment done. If you're really good on the phone, you can do 1 hour of phone calls, get 12, 13, 14, 15 contacts, get one lead, turn the lead into appointments, boom, you got yourself an exclusive agreement. And if you can do that daily, that's 4 or 5 agreements per week. If you can sign 4 or 5 agreements per week, you're going to close 10 deals a month or more. And you're not going to go nuts because you're going to have other people doing most of the work for you. That's what becoming a superstar real estate agent is all about. It's not about doing every step of the way, oh, I have an inspection appointment. You have an inspection appointment? Why do you have an inspection appointment? Oh, because I'm working with this buyer and I need to be there with the buyer. Okay, great. So why are you not hiring someone else to do that for you? Well, because I don't have money to hire anybody else. And why you don't have any money? Because I'm not showing up for coaching and I never did my role playing and I don't know how to do presentations and I'm not signing buyer and exclusive agreements and I don't have any listings and the list goes on and on. So I'm giving you this loop right now just for you to really, really, really recognize what makes you money in real estate and what is just like, it's like there is a magnet. There's a huge magnet and everybody is being attached to this magnet while the ones that are not getting close to the magnet because they stay on the other side, they're not getting close to the magnet, therefore they're not attached to the magnet, they're free. Those people are about 5 to 10% of agents. They don't even get close to the magnet because they know that this, like doing this kind of activities is going to drag you right in and you can't go out. Which means what? Going to inspections, doing, running around with buyers with no exclusive, doing the stuff that is not really securing you and your money. So when I see someone on the group chat, posting, giving a new agent an advice to not follow scripts and dialogues as an example, like what do you mean? So what do they need to do? If they don't need to study school, why are you using scripts? Scripts are, you sound salesy. No, you sound salesy when you don't know what you want to say and you start mumbling and talking about you, your company, how good you are and all that stuff. That's salesy. People don't like that. Scripts are all about asking questions. So if you really master the important stuff in your business, like you do the stuff that is really important, you're going to get yourself a lot more appointments. So that's it. Let's summarize. You want to show up for coaching, not just because you're getting something from it now. You want to do your homework because it's not about the homework. It's about doing something you said you'll do and holding yourself accountable with the other team members. And I'm going to reach out to everybody on the team right now. I'm going to ask people specifically to make a commitment to be here every week unless they're sick. Okay, even when you're on vacation, by the way, you can invest 45 minutes of a coaching call, because it's not about you, it's about the group. And the fact that you don't show up shows that you are here just for you. You're not here for the group. And if you're here just for you, then you shouldn't be in a group coaching. You should go hire yourself a one-on-one coach. Group coaching is not about you, it's about the group. You are part of the group, but it's not about you, it's about the group. So I'm going to grab commitments from those people that want to have a commitment to group coaching, and all the rest of them will just have training videos that they can go and watch. I want to turn this group into something a little bit more than what it is. I need more commitment. I need you guys to do your homework. I want to see that we're acting and behaving as a team versus team holding each other accountable to be better versions of ourselves. That's what it's all about. And with that, we close the session. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday next week. In the meantime, there is a video I released yesterday. You can watch this morning, excuse me, you can watch on YouTube. And also I'm releasing another one by Thursday. So normally, well, you're always going to see one Tuesday video. And in most Thursdays, you're going to see another video. And these videos should be enough. And then you want to go on the channel, like look at all these videos and watch some of them a couple of times and ask me questions. It cannot be that you're watching videos and you don't have any questions. So what I want is I want you guys to watch the videos, do the homework, and bring questions to the coaching session. So it's not a lecture, but it's a coaching session when you guys are asking questions or I am asking you questions, and then you guys are getting hands-on, really hands-on with what's happening to you in the field so that you can really benefit. Otherwise, we go back to training. All right, questions? And by the way, I want to ask you a last question. Do you feel that Tuesdays at 7:30 a.m. are better than Tuesdays at 12 p.m.?
Yes, I prefer.
I like morning. I prefer
the morning. Sorry.
All right. So if it's mornings, I need you guys to be like fully engaged, meaning you're not driving, you're not in a car, you're not traveling, you're actually sitting in your office, you're focused, you're like engaged in coaching. So if engaging in coaching, meaning if you know you need to do stuff between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m., driving, going here, going there, doing stuff, then you cannot really participate. That's why I'm thinking 1 p.m., which is like lunch break. You might have more time. But if you want to keep it early, I can even do it earlier. For me, it's not a problem. We can do 5 a.m. coaching sessions where you can really be by yourself. No one else is there. But that's going to require you guys to wake up really early. And we tried that before. We tried 6:30 a.m., which worked. But then most of the group actually voted for 7:30 a.m. All right, good stuff. I'll see you guys soon.